Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a different one.
Oh, yeah.
And welcome to the Leafcast. We're a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. Welcome, Princess Peach.
Hello.
Yes, my name is Ryan, and joining me as always is my brother Dan.
Hi.
We are talking Gathering Storm, chapters 30 through 34, and this is episode 183. Does that make you feel old? That's commitment, Dan. It's commitment. We're going to break some records.
We're here every week, Ryan. Every week. Usually two shows a week.
2 times a week, man. We have well over 350, maybe even 400 shows on our belt. As you can see, the professionalism is just growing and growing.
We're getting
as
good.
We get younger and younger. We're like Benjamin Button. I'm looking great. Dan, you're looking great.
Thanks.
Hey guys, sad news. In a very oh god, reality show style move. We had a vote and we voted Carrie and Chris off the island.
Yeah, they're off the island. Bring in our survivor, Ryan.
Okay. Yeah. We Solo Bolo. You think he can handle us, Dan? I don't think he can. 2 against 1.
He's gonna be like Atlas.
The odds are.
The world on his shoulders.
And he lived grumpily ever after.
Hello, Josh.
That sounds about right. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hello. Yes, no, fear not. Carrie and Case and I are still on the show. They are just not available tonight. We wish them. We're saying hello, huzzah.
Oh.
But with the end of the year coming up, we're going to be taking a couple shows off anyway for holidays. So we figured we will get through these chapters tonight. It's just the boys' night.
Shoot, boys' night.
So much testosterone in this room right now. Such handsome, virile men and puppets. Oh my goodness.
Should I try to get a female guest on, Dan?
Virile.
I'm going to work on it right now.
She wants her money back.
That's on Dan, Ryan. Yes, please.
All right. I'm on it. All right. So, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm a working man.
Indeed.
If I'm loopy, it's because I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning just thinking about my classroom, thinking about the kids, stressing out like I'm wont to do. But yeah, I'm feeling good.
Good.
I'm loving it.
I'm proud of you, Ryan.
Yep.
I love my class. I love my kids.
I'm proud of you, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, I am Mr. Ryan. I used to have a YouTube channel called Mr. Ryan, but I got copyright stricken and it got taken down.
Who was the original Mr. Ryan? Do you know?
My dad? I don't know. Yeah, who? What do you mean? Is there a Mr. Ryan?
What kind of copyright strike did you get if there wasn't a Mr. Ryan already?
Oh, no. Yeah, because I was using other people's like instructional video.
You weren't making original content.
No, it was original, but then the kids were used to the video, so I played them, and then God damn it, Dream English. That bastard copyright struck my, and I was like, I had stopped teaching and I wasn't checking my email, and all of a sudden, like bam, 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 all of a sudden, all my work was gone. I had book readings, made the music, I had all sorts of videos, and they're all just gone. Okay. It sucked. Dream English is a bastard.
Man, greedy Dream English. But we're not here to talk about Dream English, Ryan, at all. The hell with that guy, that greedy guy. We're here to talk Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. We are talking 4 chapters tonight, chapters 31 through 35 of Gathering Storm.
Nice.
Chapter 31, we'll jump right into it. It is called A Promise to Loose Theron. It is a Cad Swain point of view, and we have her hair thingies as the icon.
Hey.
Cad Swain. She is... Well, she's still hanging around Rand. She can't show her face, but that's a pretty big loophole that she's aware of, and she's like, well, okay.
Wait, what chapter are we starting on?
31?
Okay.
Oh, no, 32. No, we're doing 32, huh?
No, wait.
No, 31, 34. Yeah.
It says 30 on the top of the screen.
No, you're right. I thought did we get to 30 last week?
Gowan the 30 was the Gowan chapter, right?
Yeah, we're doing 31. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
31 through 34.
Yeah, so
All right, I'll fix it.
fix it
No
in
worries. I was
post.
just making sure I wasn't making stuff up.
No, you're right.
As
You're want to do.
So Cadswain is back in Bandar Eben, which she is going to a tavern, an inn called the Wind's Favor, and this is a pretty pimped out tavern. She says it's more like a king's dining hall than a tavern. There's a slender innkeeper named Quillen Tassel.
It's one of her old contacts, right?
One of her own contacts, yeah, and we kind of she knows them.
She's so hyper analytical about him too. It's really, I love how Sanderson writes her now.
Mm-hmm.
Never really got into her brain as much as we do in this chapter.
You're right. We had to like glean like her thoughts and feelings through her actions more. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think there might have been some brief POV snippets, but they weren't very like revealing about who she was as a person.
Right.
All we had like the other characters, impressions of her.
Right. She was much more enigmatic. Now we do get to see the worry that and the stress that is kind of on her mind about this whole thing. She knows that she messed up with Rand in her head.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, I couldn't have. I mean, and she talks about that a little bit later. I guess I'm jumping ahead, but she's talking to Quillen. Quillen knows her as Mistress Shore, Polly's mom, Mitzi Shore, starter of the the comedy store. And apparently Quinlan's wife is super rich. She's like the richest silk merchant in town, and they retired, and he just bought this in. And he
retirement job for her trophy husband.
Right. Quinlan's slender. He looks good, man. We learned that the reason that Cadswain knows Quillen, is because their daughter Namine had gone to the White Towers, now Brown in a library. But that's kind of how you go. If you see like good prospects, you're like, oh, they're probably good stock.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go check up and see what their family is. And that's kind of what she did. She's like, all right, this family is reputable and is amiable to Aes Sedai in general.
Right.
There are 24,000 Aes Sedai in the city. This is a city that is not officially taken over yet. Yet there is an occupying force that is running everything. We learned that spoilage of the food is being blamed on the Aiel. They don't really trust them at all. And apparently it's happened much more frequently now that Rand is in town.
So is this more of his Tavernness or bending the pattern to his will? Or just weird shit happening around him, like reality warping around him?
I mean, like, didn't two balconies just crash down and people needed to be, like, attended to? Like, I don't think he wanted that to happen. I mean, like, who? I mean, he's not Marilyn Manson yet.
Well, and Cadswain addresses that. She's like, okay, yeah, crazy stuff is happening, but there's balances, right? Like good things. And he's like, boy, I wish I could tell you, but no such stories.
Right.
And she's like, well, what does that mean if the pattern, which is balanced by nature in her mind, what if that was breaking down? What does that even mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dan, that's my favorite album, Balanced by Nature. Right, by that great hip hop group, Balanced by Nature.
By Balanced by Nature. You're balanced by nature, not because I hate you.
Oh, nice.
You
down the OPP, one power penises? One power penetration.
Oh,
One power penetration.
Yeah, you know me.
She doesn't. She thinks that she messed up with Rand, but not with the bracelets. She's like, well, fuck, the bracelets would have been found anyways. Whoever found them was just too good.
Mm-hmm.
I did everything I could.
I did everything I could.
And it says, quote, anyone capable of such a feat could just as easily have fetched another male Adam from the Shanshan. They were likely to have plenty of them.
Plenty of them. Interesting. So, I mean, is that theory or actual?
It's also mentioned later when he's like, yeah, they want to collar all of us. The men had said that as well.
Okay.
That's my question to you. Are there as many male Adams as female, or are they as easily replicable?
Replicatable? I think maybe they're they're more easily replicated even.
Dan, you felt that correction in your sphincter, huh?
No, yeah, it happened.
Yeah, replicatable.
I'm even just gonna Google to see.
Replicable?
Replicatable is Dan.
Replicable is probably right.
I think it is, but I let it go. Right. He's right. And I am too.
Dan Leo, I miss her face too.
Hey.
The best face. Best face in the biz.
So she's like, all right, let me split. Let me go outside. Go check out. Go to the freaking docks. And what do you know? There goes Rand. Rand shows up at the docks. He's all high and mighty on his horse, looking all badass. And it says that she seems to encounter him very frequently traveling the streets.
Okay, Over His Ear has a great question. Was this the same Adam as found in Tanchico? Well, if there's a billion of them, maybe it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter, but
they're just falling out of like people's pockets and shit.
They're just silly with Adams.
Silly with Adams.
Yeah, that is a good question. Well, we're assuming, at least everyone that we are seeing assumes that this is the very same that Rand said, take care of this. I don't want to see it again.
Right.
And it was. Whether it's the same one, I don't know if we know that right now.
Brother Dan, Wadahawk Aussie is like live streaming quotes from the chapter as you speak, which is fucking awesome.
So, there you go.
Fucking hero work right there.
I do have a Taishar. It's a stretch. They're thin to come by. It's like sipping gruel. But, quote, she had come, her head bowed barely.
Yeah. That's like an artistic one.
You know what? I actually don't have a drink yet. I knew I was missing something.
Jesus Christ.
Go.
You're like, okay, I shot ketamine in my ass.
All right, I'll be right back.
I took a rail of Adderall. Fuck the drink. All right, well, Dan, what did we talk about?
Ketamine in my ass.
Dan, I feel like you're really, really focused right now, and all I'm trying to do is get you off course, and you're not responding.
Brian, yeah.
I want you to yes and you're like, right, okay, where were we?
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough without Kay and Carrie here with us.
It is. No, I know, but like fucking all right. Well, loosen up. Let's do your Kegels. Stretch your neck, do your Kegels. Hey, Joe from Twatcast is gonna join us soon. Give us some live drawing.
Yeah.
We're bringing the energy. We're stoked everyone's here. We got 20 people watching. I think we can get that to 40 if you guys could fucking do your work.
Yeah, get to work.
All right.
I don't know what that means. Hi, Joe.
Right. Hey, Joe.
Hi.
I'm back.
I mean, AC.
I'm good.
I don't know what your name means.
Oh. Forgot that was there.
Okay. Is that code for something?
No. It's from Home Alone.
Okay.
You know that movie he's watching with the gangsters?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's it. It's just the old man and the guy are arguing, and he's like, AC said 10%, and he's like, too bad AC ain't in charge no more.
Ah, yes!
It's like one of Jono's favorite lines in the movie for literally no reason.
That's a good line. It's a really
Anyway,
good
how
line.
are you guys doing?
Good job.
We're stoked. We're stoked. We're stoked you're here. This is boys' night. Boys' night.
Boy.
Yeah. Sausage
He
party.
was swinging.
Dan can't swing a dick without hitting a twatcast.
Swinging dicks. Yeah. Right, I'm going to move on.
Go ahead. Move along.
I'm on a mission now, bitch.
So she sees Rand. She's like, oh, Rand, I can't let him see my face. Covered it up more again. And she's like, oh, I got an idea. I need to go talk to the Aiel. So she goes back to the mansion, talks to Sorlea and Amos. She's like, hey, I blew this thing. She's all, quote, I failed. And they're like, yep, but you know what? Consider the source. He's hard to work with. You have no toe with us. She's all, I don't give a fuck about toe. I got a plan. You want to help me? And they say they shared a look among them. I like that. Polyamorous looks.
Shared a look among them.
Poly looks. Okay.
They all shared a look amongst them. And then she has a plan. It jumps to Rand's point of view. Anything about Catswain here?
Do poly couples share or they just allow? They just allow. They don't. Sharing is like possessive, right? Right, Josh?
What do you say, Josh?
What does sharing mean for what?
In poly relationships, you're not sharing your partner. You're allowing your partner, right?
I mean, it depends on the relationship, I suppose.
Doesn't share mean like possession?
Doesn't allow mean possession?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not wrong.
All right. Well, fuck off. You're right. Ouch.
I feel like
Dan.
allows a lot worse than share.
All right. So
HJ2 sec. Okay.
Is it too sick? They share love.
Hi, 2 sec. Hey, what's
No.
okay? That's awesome. I feel like that is that like some like early like boomer shit like we just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, yeah. It's yeah.
You got it right.
We got it right. HJ2 sec. Yeah.
Thank you.
Got it. All right, so Rand notices Catswain. He's like, scurry away, you little rat woman. He says, quote, it had probably been a poor move to exile her in the first place, but there was no going back now. He's like, if I see her face, I got to kill her. Rats. That sucks. He's talking with Nerf. Right, Ryan, did you have a Nerf dart gun when you were a kid?
Nerf.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure you shot me between the eyes with it.
I froze them, put frozen water in the tips so they.
No,
took
I
your
feel
eye
like
out.
I had like a little Nerf football with like a weird tail on it that you threw like a rocket.
Oh yeah, the little tail.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It may have even whistled. You threw it.
Yeah, some of them did for sure.
Some of them
I don't-
did whistle.
I don't think we got the whistle
I
version,
don't
brother Dan. I think our neighbors had that, and we had like the knockoff. We used to just
Oh,
go.
yeah, a Nerf, not a Nerf.
We would pretend it was. We go,
A Nerf.
We had Nerfs until we left them in the backyard and the dog chewed them, and then our Nerf was just a broken sponge.
You guys have the Nerf bow and arrow? Do you remember that?
But no, we were not that cool.
No.
Also, anything you left outside that was Nerf would just like get super pale real fast. Like the sun would bleach that shit so
Oh
bad.
yeah, the sun just sets up. We used to put thumbtacks at the end of the Nerf bow and arrows.
Oh, Joe. Jeez. Brutal.
Good time.
No wonder John is so fucked up.
What are these chapters about, guys? What am I drawing?
Well, I wanted you to draw you shooting a fucking Nerf tack and bow and arrow on some
Hunting Tom.
like hapless neighborhood kid who might or might not remember this still to this day.
Scott Farkas.
But no, Dan, what's this chapter about? Hey, Dan, continue. Hey, you want to continue, Dan?
Yeah, I'm gonna move on now. So Rand goes down to the docks. They're like, yeah, the Shanshan, we're not getting very far. He's like, fine, tell him we'll meet him at Falma. He's like, what? Falma, you say? He's like, yeah, remember last time I was in Falma? I kicked ass, took names, painted the town red. They're still recovering from my party. Yeah, we're going to go there. But Falma's deep in Shanshan territory. It's like, if they were playing football, they would be in the red zone. Deep in Shanshan. Nynaeve pulls up. Nynaeve is like, yeah, Falma's dumb. And by the way, what about my boyfriend? I mean, my husband. And he's like, oh, yeah. He went to Malkier, huh? She's like, yeah, but he could use help. He probably won't get there for like another month or two. And Rand's like, well, he was like Drago. He was like Drago in Rocky IV with Apollo Creed. He was like, if Lan dies, he dies. And in fact, he's like, you know what? Actually, if he's going to Tarwin Gap, that might be pretty rad. Lan's death could actually be really good because then I can go around the outside, flank on the outside, kick the dark one right in the nuts. Lan dies, sure, but I win.
Did you just start singing Buffalo Gals?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Around the outside.
Nynaeve's like,
are we doing Christmas Story or It's a Wonderful Life?
Mary, where's Mary? She's at the library. I just saw that this weekend. He's like, Nynaeve's like, well, you're a dick. We'll talk about this later. And they get to the mansion. Ruar comes in. Rand's the coolest. He gets off his throne. They go powwow in the middle of the rug. All the Domani are like, damn. Look at him sit. He's like, you need to get all the merchants to me. You got a month. Get all of them. Right now they got 4 in custody. 2 are dead. They need 4 more. Ruark's like, well, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
The fuck? He's like, do it. This is what I need. We don't have time. Last battle's coming. He's like, well, okay. All right. Milisar Chadmar is there. Milisar was one of those very council merchants. She's been roughed over a little bit. She's haggard. She's like, yeah, that messenger's dead. And they're like, what? He's like, what am I supposed to do with you now? And her friend's like, what? I think you should kill her. You should totally kill her.
Yeah. Off their head.
He's like, thanks, Ramshallon. So he's like, all right, lock her up. We'll try not to kill you before I need you, but just get out of my face. They talk a little bit about compulsion. They talk about Perrin and Perrin and Matt, how Rand knows that they're alive. Nynaeve asks how, and he's like, I just do. Don't
question me.
My problems are bigger than my friends from the Two Rivers. That's a stupid town anyways, and they're stupid people, and I don't want to be their stupid friends anyways. I'm busy. Or he says, besides that, a pair of boys from my little village are meaningless. So that's, kind of the same thing.
That's crazy.
She's like, fuck, what the fuck? And he's like, do you want to get exiled? Like right now?
Yeah. I'm good at that.
My exile hand is strong
Right now,
lady. And I will exile you with the flick of my wrist. She's like, oh god. And then that's how the chapter ends. With Rand talking to Lews Therin saying, you promised we could die. He said, I did, and we will. And that was the name of the chapter, was a promise to Lews Therin. What in this chapter did you want to talk about at all, Josh?
Just that Lews Therin's quiet still since he touched the true power. Kind of noteworthy. Rand makes note of that here.
How long ago was that? That was just a week?
Yeah. A couple days, a week.
Okay. Damn. Do you think he still reaches for his glass of wine with his hand and goes, it's a stump, and then gets Think he's used to having a stump yet?
100%.
Never mind.
Jesus, Dan.
No. All right, never mind.
Dan, there are no. I think he's gotten used to it. Like they mentioned that he picks up men with one arm. It doesn't seem like I mean, earlier on, like he was fumbling around. If this was George R. R. Martin, we'd like learn about his like fumblings in bed. But no, it's Robert Jordan.
By the way, that's Scott Farkas, the bully.
That's correct.
Make sure you give him yellow eyes. I swear, he had yellow eyes.
But he's got to be shot by a Nerf bow and arrow.
Oh my god. Okay. I was so trying to figure out what you were getting at with this. I was like, okay, wheel time, is that Perrin? No. Why is he drawing Perrin? Okay.
It was drawing Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Oh, you can.
That's fucking funny.
Perrin and Galad are together.
Yeah. They've been boning for weeks. You didn't realize that? It was in the subtext.
I didn't know that they were nearby one another.
I don't think we've seen them together.
So that was one of the things I was like, oh, I didn't know about this. And he's a White Cloak, which Rand's like, when did that happen? And Matt is in Camelin now, which we didn't know.
Is he reading the right book, Dan?
He is.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Matt will be in Camelin.
But it said Rand sees him there.
Well,
I know, that's so weird. That is okay. You're right, and he fucking was it in Camelin.
The colors changed to Matt riding through the streets of a familiar city. Camelin, Tom was there with him. Rand frowned to himself. He could feel a pull from Perrin and Matt, both distant.
Oh, interesting. Well, why would it? Okay, if he's not in Camelin, then what is the hell's going on? Are those colors not reliable?
Right. Are they a real-time version of what's going on? Because if in chapter 34, the Matt chapter, Varen says, I can get you to Camelin tonight. And Matt's like, shit, that's 20 days away.
Yes, right?
Right.
Dude, I didn't even pick up on that, Josh.
So, well, there's two explanations. One is that the book's nonlinear, which
That's the explanation, Josh.
probably is right. Now,
We're
why
here
is,
to
the
question
why is the Matt chapter not before?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Excellent question.
Or unreliable narrator. Maybe it was not Camelin at all.
Yeah, you said it was familiar. Maybe Camelin?
But Matt hasn't been in the city in weeks.
Well, he was in Hinterstap, bro.
That's not a city.
This town.
Well, I know. Okay, he has a very limited perspective. You get a snapshot of a guy walk around, and he's like, "Oh, is that Camelin?" It could be not Camelin,
But it's somewhere familiar, which is the important part.
maybe Hinterstap used to be in Camelin, but then got shifted in the Breaking the World. Okay, sorry.
Okay, all right, let's move on. Chapter 32 is called Rivers of Shadow.
Wait, real quick, Joe. In this chapter, Nynaeve heals some kid,
And then
goes,
yeah.
and then goes into a dungeon and like has some soldiers like the kind of the torturers like bounds them up and hangs them in the air.
We meet Curb, I think his name is, or Kelb.
Kelb.
All right, just giving you something to draw.
Yeah, but I like Scott Farkas a lot. I like the hands. The hands are funny.
Thank you.
This is Nynaeve. Nynaeve is just hanging out on the wall of Bandar Ebon with a couple of the other sisters. Sisters. It is Cadswain, Corel, Maurice. And they're there to check out a cool thing that happens every night. And sure as shit, right at midnight, these things start glowing, and these apparitions, about 200 people, carrying what looks like to be maybe a coffin. And it says they were composed completely of a strange otherworldly light. They were about 200 strong. Yeah, and was this a funeral procession from long ago then? Sanderson's and Jordan's view of the afterlife sucks, man. You're either just working in a field, or you're going to a funeral. Yeah. No good. So they're like, okay, yeah, that was cool. All right. The sisters are all talking shit about Rand. They're like, Rand's the worst. We should be out of this stupid place. Fuck Eric Doman, right? Fuck him.
Right.
Nynaeve's like, no, Rand's actually, there's important shit here. What are you gonna do? Just leave it to the Shanshin, you dummies? Catswing gives her a little
nod,
respect nod. So
yeah.
Little, much love. Nynaeve leaves. Oh, go
which she can't accept. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Right. She's like, yeah.
Was she flirting with me? I can't tell. Sorry.
Ty Sharp.
Oh yeah.
Quote: despite what he had said, he wasn't that hard.
Okay, I remember that one.
Ty Sharp. He reached the bottom. Okay.
I just like playing that dead, you know.
Yeah. Nynaeve is walking around. What sucks is I can't talk it like mute, so I gotta wait.
I know you're all right.
So Nynaeve hears a cough while walking. All these refugees. This place is dirty ass refugees. She smells like the ocean, and it just smells like dirt and shit. She finds a boy. He's like, says that, how long has he been coughing? A week now. She's like, you're lucky the boy survived long with the white shakes. Ryan.
What?
In 1989, I saw the White Shakes open for Leonard Skinner.
Okay, It was that at the pre-Trump rally?
Yep. We were free home in Alabama and Arkansas. Ty Sharp. He stiffened inhaling.
Yes.
Thank you. So she hears the boy, says, don't be so dumb. If he's sick, bring him to me. I'm going to talk to them. You'll get a little bit more food. But if I find out you sold it for drug money, I'm going to break your teeth.
That's what she's concerned about, for sure.
She's like, don't stay off the heroin. Fentanyl. Ty Sharp. She didn't want to tell him what to do. She just wanted him.
Okay, these are great. We all get plaid bra. Right. Plaid bra.
So Nynaeve is thinking, she's like, God damn it, the only one who did any good with Rand was Moiraine. And the reason, what did she do? She backed off. She became acquiescent and timid and meek and says, quote, she had all but fawned over Rand. In order to get him to take her as his advisor, she agreed to obey his commands and offer advice only when it was wanted. And she said, oh, that was successful. Rats. So she says a plan starts to take root. She gets some men playing dice, some hooligans. She's like, Ivan, I said, you will follow me. They're like, okay, we will go. They bring... they're like, all right, we're going to get the docent. Get the docent. Docent's like the charge of everything. Docent was asleep. Docent's like, what the fuck? She's like, hey, docent. Dobrain.
Yes.
You disheveled elderly woman in a blue evening robe. She's like, don't worry about it. You're fine. I need your help. Did you ever see the messenger? She's like, yeah, I saw him. Laurel said. Laurel is the docent. She's like, well, yeah, I'll take you to where we kept him. Way off site. They go walking. It's a modest distance away in the Gull's Feast, they call it.
Gull's Feast, baby.
They get there. Quote, this one's good. Quote, Tyshar, Nynaeve could smell the cum.
Oh,
Yes. Wow.
God damn.
Compost.
It's like a Jono move.
Yeah, well, you know.
And wow. Like from land? All the way across.
all the way across,
Yeah.
All over the
You
city.
can smell it.
all the way across Manland.
Yeah, he's that landly.
She goes in, opens the door. Kick the door. We're gonna go in. Go in. They find all the jailers. Talk to the jailers, and in one of the cells is Marisa, and she looks rough over. The cells are fine though. Quote, Tyshar. His eyes bulged open and he opened. Yeah.
That's like the most homoerotic one you've ever done, Tim. That's so great.
Quote, between his lips, gagging him.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Bad bra.
They find the Chandler's assistant. They go, and that is a boy kind of hanging out. They're like, all right. She talks to him. She's like, all right. Goes to leave and sees the Lady Chadmar, and she's like, all right. Well, let me just heal her real fast. She looks rough. Goes to heal her, and there's something else there.
She delves her, right?
She delved her good.
Yep. Drink.
And she finds that she is poisoned. She's getting poisoned.
Not only does she's like, oh, this poison. She's like, it's this poison. It's this
very specific poison, right?
Yeah, like, which is kind of insane.
Tart rot leaf. I killed the dog with it once. It's odorless and tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is one of the most
and
deadly
it
poisons
fizzes like
known to man.
Alka-Seltzer.
She's like, who's giving the food? They're like, oh, that's Curb.
Curb.
Like, who's Curb? That boy. The boy split and ran out and got caught. Curb gets caught. He's on the driveway near the curb. And I mean, that's pretty much the chapter. I know I skimmed over it. What did you want to bring up?
Well, I mean, she's fucking badass, right? Like, this is if for the people like I wish Kay and Kay were here. Like, Kay did not like Nynaeve in the offset, and I think like this chapter, if you don't like Nynaeve now, there's something wrong. Like, she's first, she just goes and heals. She heals a kid, saves its life.
Right.
Didn't have to do that. She just, and then, but in classic Nynaeve ways, just like makes everyone feel like shit about themselves.
And then the yellow Aja is like still like being condescending to her. Every sister except for the one that everyone else looks up to, Cadswain, like dismisses her as this, which is fascinating.
Which is, yeah, and it feels like it's weird, like Ace Sedai high school shit, but like she's steadfast. She doesn't give, like, she sees it, but like she's like, fuck, I'm gonna keep healing. I'm still gonna keep like pushing this whole thing I got. But yeah, and then she goes and she's just like commandeers a small army.
I mean,
right.
it's a brilliant plan. I do love how she executes it.
Yeah. But I love how she still takes time to just heal a fucking kid. God, Nynaeve kills me. Nynaeve is like my favorite character.
Yeah, she's healing kids and breaking doors. She's all break that door.
Nynaeve's the best. Right.
What the fuck are you drawing?
It
was a request in the chat.
Well, you don't need to listen to these weirdos. I private messaged you, but no.
I don't see any private messages.
I private messaged you.
Oh, I didn't see you.
Okay. It's all good. No.
Oh, I see that, right?
You see me?
Yeah, okay.
I think he can pull it off.
Well, it's not a private message if Dan can see it. You
But-
group it.
No, it's in our. You can see it, Josh.
It's in the private group messaging.
You mother. Okay, Jesus.
You mother.
Okay, did you wake? Have you?
I just feel
Okay,
like
are you on the wrong mixture, Josh? Like, do you need to like take something to fix your shit?
No, man.
God,
Do you need to fix your shit, Josh?
go fix your shit, Josh.
I always need to fix my shit. Apparently.
Okay, you doing the spider face drawing? Okay, Jesus Christ. This has nothing to do with the. All right, shame on.
It's Christmas.
All right.
It's Christmas, Ryan.
It's great.
Yeah, I thought you were still doing a Home Alone. Is this Home Alone?
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it!
It's a
All
wet
right.
bandit.
It's a wet bandit, obviously.
Dang it. So are we assuming then that messenger just got poisoned? Is that how he died?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Okay. And Curb is the one who's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
compelled curb.
yeah.
I mean, I do love something about the way this was written reminded me of Parent's Wife, like leading her people and getting like captured.
Well, yeah. Do women need to save all men? All men in leadership roles? Do women need to like go behind their backs to save the day?
I mean, maybe.
Yippee-ki-yay,
What
motherfucker.
metaphor drawing do you want, Dana?
I would say where what's his name? John McClane.
The cowboy?
Who's that guy? Who's Snape?
Hans Gruber?
Hans Gruber. Where Hans Gruber's falling,
Oh.
but it's too much like this one. So maybe
How about the
Nakatomi
little
Tower?
kid putting shaving cream on his fucking face and screaming?
You want
It's still-
Macaulay
that-
Culkin?
That's the only thing I remember. No one likes this fucking movie. Shut up about Home
Everyone
Alone.
liked it. It was requested.
It's
It
the
was
worst
requested.
fucking
Everyone loves that movie.
Home.
Everybody
Hey,
has to
Donald
be in-
Trump is in Home Alone. He got paid for that. We should all
Someone's
boycott
in
that
Home
shit. We
too.
should never talk about it again. It's exiled from our mouths. Done.
Wait, I forgot a really integral part of this.
Is it a Black Widow? Is it a Black Widow?
No.
I think it's the burn marks on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Fucking shit. Oh no.
All right, so let's move on to chapter 23. This is pretty much directly continuation. Well, not direct. The little time has passed because Nynaeve is now with Rand. Rand's like, this better be important. I would literally have you flogged if it weren't you. I would like have people hit you with leather across
Repeatedly.
like hard and probably in public as a punishment for waking me up. What is it?
All right, I've been corrected. Trump's in Home Alone 2
Yeah, I said that.
or the Dorito Mussolini. I don't care. Joe, are you speaking?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're supposed to be drawing, Joe. We pay you to draw, not make fun of me.
How about I tell you?
Well,
Oh, your choice, by the way, way worse.
No. You can just draw what we're talking about, but like slip that in.
Oh man.
All right,
Maybe,
Tyshawn.
all right. Maybe have Nynaeve heal the kid, but the kid has that face.
Has Hans Gruber's face as a kid.
Hans Gruber is not what we're talking about.
Tyshawn, quote, his stump was hidden in the folds. Yeah. No. That's a good one. Also, Tyshawn, quote, it was getting harder and harder.
No, you should have. Okay.
There's two of them, right?
Quit while you're ahead, Tyshar.
Tyshawn. Nynaeve's like, well, hi, Mr. Grumpy Pants. Welcome to...
Hi, Mr. Josh Armstrong.
I'm gonna flog you, Josh.
No.
Tie Josh up with air. Jesus Christ.
So she's like, yeah, I did my Sherlock Holmesing. This kid Curb, I found poison amongst his things, and he prepared both food for Melissaire and for the messenger. Says I delved him, and while he's not sick physically, there's something there in his mind. Rand's like, oh yeah, compulsion, I've seen it 1,000 times. She's like, yeah, you did it. It was your crazy voice. Rand pulls the same weird shit. He says, tell me, Rand says to Curb, who told you to poison those people? He's like, I don't know anything. I just... Stop. Do you believe that I can kill you? Do you believe that I could simply say the word? Your heart would stop beating? I am the Dragon Reborn. Do you believe that I can take your life or your soul itself if I do so much as will it to happen? The second time he has done this, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think is he wondering a lot? Like, is he like just wondering, can I kill this bitch just by... Can I just make this person die? I think once is an accident. Twice he's kind of fixating on it.
Well, he's also entirely unoriginal.
Yeah. Well,
it's like it's now a trope. Come on.
The Lord
you can't
Dragon's gonna just kill you by willing it.
No, a heart stop. I can make your heart stop. That was it, line by line.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
He's realized.
Oh wait. Does Jonah know what we're talking about?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm doing my own.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Tyshar,
you said tastefully, Ryan.
Open.
Ryan doesn't know what that means. Come on.
But only a groan.
Yeah, I know. That's why I chose to do that.
Tyshar, quote. Opened his mouth, but only a groan came out. Okay. Tyshar, quote. Across him, causing him to stiffen.
That's a good one.
This one's the best. Tyshar, quote. Head as delicately as she could. Come on! What?
All right.
So this is Super Mario. Is Luigi? All right. So he's like, Rand's like, hey, you know what? If you were better, you could probably just take this compulsion away. I know
he
you could.
uses her pride against her here.
Mm.
So beautiful.
Yeah, he's like, quote, you will have to unravel the web of compulsion, wipe it from our mind before he can tell us what he knows. I suspect that you can remove compulsion if you try. It is similar to healing in a way. Use the same weave that creates compulsion, but reverse it. And he's like, just try it. I can't tell you how it's done specifically, not for a woman, but you're clever. I'm sure you can manage. But she says his unintentional patronizing tone sent her back into a rage. And she's like, you know what? Fuck you. Yeah, okay, I will.
Fine.
She delves him. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, nothing.
She starts doing the weaves, lays it on his head, and starts unraveling him one-on-one. It starts as she does the opposite of the weave. It like poofs out like smoke. It says both puffed away and vanished, which was first time I smoked weed. Me and my friend, we just both puffed away and vanished.
Yeah.
Tyshar, behind a puppet.
Okay.
You want?
I mean, I don't mind it. Yeah.
So she's like, well, she's like, great. I did it. It took an hour. I'm exhausted. I can barely channel another weave. I just need to sit in this thing. Rand's like, all right, what's going on? Where's the messenger? Where's the king? And the kid just drools.
Mm-hmm.
And it says a line of drool leaked out the side of his mouth. He yells, "Where is she?" And Nynaeve is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, Rand's like, "I didn't do it. You did it. You healed him. It's fine just a minute ago, dummy." He's like, "Actually, this shit happens sometimes. It's compulsion's hard, but you know."
Well, it's funny that we heard the warning, or we heard her reflecting on this. The one who he bale-fired, the Forsaken. Semiraj, right? Just a couple of chapters ago. And she's like, oh, if I undo, because when the girl came in who rescued her, and she's like, I have compulsion on me, she like hesitates to take it off her because it often leaves people like brain dead lumps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But Rand is like, well, he just starts yelling at him. He says, I need a location, something. If there's any vestige within that resisted, any scrap that fought her, I promise you revenge. A location. Where is she? And spit drops up from his face. He's like, but he says 2 words, Natrum's Barrow, and then just dies. Nynaeve kind of goes to help, and he's like, don't bother, he's dead. She's like, what? Like, yeah. She's like, what'd you do? He's like, I did nothing, Nynaeve. The only thing keeping him alive was his anger at Grendel. You could just give those 2 words after that. He just let go. There's nothing more we could do for him. She's like, I don't accept that. He's like, well, you know, he's right there, I guess. Do what you want.
Do what you want.
He ain't doing shit. He's also like, you brought this kid to me. This wasn't 90. I was asleep, remember? I just threatened I was going to whip you.
Yeah, no, yeah. No. Have you whipped? Have you punched?
Yeah.
Have you...
She's like, don't you feel bad? And he's like, should I suffer for them all, Nynaeve? Lay this death at my feet if you will. It'll just be one of many. How many stones do you put on me before I don't even fucking feel the weight anymore?
God, I love this passage.
I love that passage too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says, if I let myself feel guilt for this boy, then I would need to feel guilt for the others, and it would crush me.
Mm-hmm.
It is a funny sandwich, right? Where like
you're a funny sandwich.
Chapter 32, she sees Rand be super hard and like lose his temper with her.
What kind of funny sandwich is Josh, Ryan?
like the one with obviously no crust.
Oh,
I think the sandwich
I'm a frozen peanut butter jelly sandwich with no crust.
An Uncrustable? That's our.
I was going to say an Uncrustable. That's not funny. That's a delicious sandwich.
I would say the sandwich that the girl made in Breakfast Club, where she like threw the ham up on the thing and then put pixie sticks and dumped on the bread and then smushed. I think it was like.
Oh, yeah, that's a funny sandwich for sure.
Dan, I think we missed a drink obligation. This hardness will destroy me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you, Wadaholic.
So yeah, Nynaeve's like, you can't keep this up. You're too hard. That you're gonna die. And he's like, yeah, you're goddamn right.
Goddamn right, I'm gonna die.
He's like, I was me wanting to leave stuff behind. This was me not accepting that I gotta die. This is me trying to put that off in some way by making a mark on the world or whatever. He's like, no, this is my job. I got to get there and I got to die. And the rest is all your problem. Name's Paul. That's between y'all. So yeah, I am going to be hard because this is what I do.
No. I mean, like you're being funny, which is how you deflect from your feelings, Brother Dan. But this is an emotional little soliloquy here, and he says it hurts. Like he admits to the deep hurt he is like avoiding from the knowledge of his own death and how he's like, I used to think about trying to leave something behind that'll better that. And he's like, like he's even given up on that. I found this to be super emotional. I was impressed with how Robert Jordan wrote this. I mean, like Brett Sanderson wrote this, you know, like it was after all we've been through, you start feeling like Rand is changing inextricably, and everyone around him is just like, what the what the fuck's going on with this guy? Look at his eyes, look at his eyes, look at his eyes. And now he says it, and it's just pain, and it's just suffering, and it's just him like coming to terms in the way that he can, and it's not perfect, but yeah, I was really touched by this.
He uses Dragon Mount itself as an example. He's like, yeah, everyone's talked about climbing Dragon Mount, and it's physically impossible to make a round trip. Apparently, if you get there, you gotta die. You don't you can't make it there.
There's no return.
There's no return. He's like, so he says, quote, I can't indulge myself. I climb this bloody mountain and face the sun. You all will deal with what comes next.
Fuck,
That's
I
how
know.
it must be.
Fuck, I know, Dan.
He also says, you want me to live. For that, you have my thanks.
I'm gonna cry now.
Dream on my behalf, Nynaeve. Dream for things I no longer can.
Okay. Well, I'm in my feels right now, but fuck, man, that was so.
Yeah,
huge.
no, that's crazy.
And that's like, imagine being Nynaeve hearing that. Like, he's the stupid Luby, like she used to fucking spank, and all of a sudden he's just talking like that, like fuck, and she knows like what's coming. All right, you want to know what else is coming? All right, sausage party is over, fellas. Everyone's fit.
We're getting some chicks.
Yeah. Your favorite dominatrix, the woman in black.
Oh, she's reading. Oh.
Cheers, Debbie.
Oh, with an honorary beanie.
Nice.
Oh, you need to unmute. Oh, already so professional. Unmute your mic, girl.
It's because my hair is a mess from the field. I'm covering it. On the day I come home, like I've been crawling around the mud all day, and you guys. And
I was about to say, you just have like rat poo in your hair.
Probably.
I thought it was just solidarity.
Mouse poo.
I touched nests and mice today.
That's amazing.
Mice.
A mess of mice.
Mess of mice.
Mouse nests. Would you like to see them?
Yes. Hello.
I have a bunch in bags right here.
Yeah, and only in this context is this not like a joke.
That is a mouse nest.
Why? Well, I mean,
There's also a mouse nest.
Why are you fucking stealing people's homes?
They need to be moved out of the way for.
Look, come on! I watched Secret of Nim. Like, you take their home, like the old guy is like dying, like the wise old fucking. Oh, come on!
Yeah, that rat couldn't run.
They weren't living in there, and they have to move anyway, or they're gonna get run over by a tractor.
Okay, which is how Secret of Nim was. Like, here comes the fucking lawnmower.
Yeah,
It's for title restoration, so in theory, in like 20 years, it's gonna be really nice.
Just rats everywhere.
You heard of Nim about being run over by a lawnmower?
I thought NIM, like the name was like National Institute of Mental Health.
I thought that was,
Yeah.
I thought they escaped from the NIMH.
They aped it?
They were like the lab rats that were.
Or they moused it.
I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. That they were the. Lab
I've never, but it's NY. I'm sorry, but it is NYMN, I think.
I'll Google it.
Hey, wait,
I know.
What's NIM about?
No, I think Josh is right.
National Institute of Mental.
No, the movie. What's it about?
The Secret of Nim is about like a little like hovel of mice that live on a farm, and they live in a big old tree that's gonna get like excavated and taken over.
And There's a princess and there's like a little guy, and then Val Kilmer
Yeah, but there's
comes
like a lot
in,
of magic in that
he's
movie.
like,
Wait,
"You are
wait, am I?
right."
Because I feel like I'm mixing up Watership Down and Nim now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The way you were
Why?
basing,
Okay.
what you
Oh,
were
yeah.
talking about industrial
Oh,
civilization.
I'm mixing up War and Peace in the Bible. What are you talking about?
Why-
There you go.
The Watership Down is probably the reason I'm here today. Because I was reading that book, and my English teacher was like, "That's a fucking big book," and he's like,
You're like, I'll show you a big book.
"Yeah," he's like, "You should read Wheel of Time," and I was like, "Okay," and that's how I started reading the books in the seventh
Oh,
grade.
he's like, oh, you like big books?
Yeah, he was like, "You like big books?"
He's like, did he show you? He showed you his big book, and it was the Wheel of Time. That's amazing.
Was it tutoring?
Yeah, is he in jail right now?
Stop. Yeah.
All right, so this is did you make that homemade? Because you're like, oh, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I have to make a pizza. And then it was like an hour later. You better have been rolling that dough.
I did. I told my.
That looks like a frozen pizza in a fucking oven.
How dare you?
How dare
honestly,
How dare you, Ryan?
Those
How
mice
dare
nests
you?
could have been dough in bags.
You're
It
right.
was dough in a bag. It was dough in a bag. I rolled it out. I put on homemade sauce.
Oh, homemade sauce?
And veggies from my garden.
Are you
Nice.
fucking kidding me?
Peppers from my
Nice.
garden.
You have so many talents, Dovey.
Yeah, I know that. Tell me about it.
Dovey, do
I will. Hey, you're really good at making dough. You're really good at making a homemade garden. You're really good at putting on honorary beanies
I didn't make
and
it.
hiding your poo hair. You're really good at a lot of things, Dovey.
My beanie. It's a capybara. Isn't it cute?
It's a capybara. Nice. A Christmas capybara.
capybara.
Beautiful.
Okay, what is a capybara?
Oh my god.
The world
Is that
Wait.
Australian?
America?
No!
It's South America.
It's an adorable movie about one capybara named Bigwig.
Yeah. Is that a Disney? Oh, I offended Josh so bad.
Feliz capybara.
Capybara is the biggest
These
rodent
people.
in the world. And it
Okay,
lives-
no, yeah, they're rodents of unusual size, right?
Yeah, exactly. They live in the marsh.
They are, or USs.
I don't think they exist.
I know where you
We
live.
know how to avoid the flame spurts and the quicksand.
I
Yeah,
know where you live.
I mean, I wouldn't want to build.
yeah.
summer.
Come make me pizza, bitch.
Oh, we should have a pizza party. I'll bring over a pizza oven.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
I used to make pizza, then I got lazy.
Dovey,
Yeah.
do you think that Rand should be upset in theory with Nynaeve doing this thing, going and breaking into jail, going in interrogation on her own? I mean, once again, I guess we have a woman coming to bail out their wool-headed guy. I don't know.
You know that I'm not a big fan of Nynaeve.
Okay. Oh my god. All right.
I mean, I think Nynaeve steps on toes all the time. I think she goes against, I think she does what she feels is right, no matter what anyone else wants or thinks is right.
Like a female Gawain.
I mean, I'm not going to say that because I will get actually murdered if I say that. But I think that she,
Oh, no.
Actually, murdered.
I think that she definitely oversteps her bounds because she thinks she knows what's best. Which is one of the reasons that I really don't like her as a character.
Okay, interesting.
I know that she's totally a badass, and she's insufferable, and I can't stand her.
I want to. Obviously, you've thought this through extensively, and you've thought about what if Nynaeve was a male character? Would I feel the same way? Have you thought about that?
Obviously, have you?
Have you? I mean, I assumed, but then
I guess Gawain is the analog, right? The male analog.
oh, I know. I only brought that up because I'm just yes-anding you. Nynaeve's my bitch. Nynaeve. Look, I was on a field trip as a teacher, and a dog was running across the street, and I just left my children to try and catch this dog. I'm Nynaeve. That was the wrong thing to do. I should not have left my kids to go try and catch a stray dog, but that's what I did. And I walked back, and the other teachers were like, "Oh, fucking, that's ridiculous." And I was like, my fucking pants were all scuffed up because I went on the ground again. For reals, Dan. And like, yeah, like that. I'm naive. I'll save I'd save Putin. If Putin was like in a car accident, like flew 20 feet up in the air and obviously broke his neck in several places and like was yelling Yoshibya and dying, I would run out and try and save Putin.
No, I mean, I the only thing with 4 legs I'd save is
the best. That was the best Bella transition in the history of the show.
Well done.
it was the people were calling for it.
Were they?
Yep.
Okay. Well, but still, Dan.
That was a great Bella.
What a drop! You surprised me.
All right.
That was good.
That's not the only reason. We can talk about Nynaeve more later. That's not the only reason I don't like her. There's layers obviously to Nynaeve because she's a very complex and very interesting character, and I just don't like her.
Oh, I know, I get it, like on a visceral level, but also like, who just like hears a cough and then is like if I heard it, like, okay, I'm not an Ace Sedai or whatever. I am fucking the handsomest puppet this side of the Mississippi, but like to hear a cough.
I'm on the other side of Mississippi.
That's why I said that, Dan. Just barge into a situation, being like, "Get the fuck out of my way! What's happening here? You fucking assholes! You should have brought me." And like that kind of brazenness, like I don't possess in like real life because I'm too like polite and afraid of someone just randomly punching me. Like, Fart Vader. Okay, you really, Jesus Christ, talk about the moral like. No. Hey, let me just tell you this. I would, if I had baby Hitler, I'd snap that neck. All right. So yeah, trust me. If Trump was in a car accident, I'd fucking turn the other. I would just fucking show him my best side and walk away. All right, Mr. Stoney.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Back to my point.
Okay, go for it. Listening. I'm respecting.
I forgot my point, Mr.
What
Stoney.
beings will Ryan save from a flaming car wreck? I think is the topic today.
Yeah, if you're responsible for, okay, well, let's just do numbers, right? If you're responsible for like what number was worth it? 10,000 deaths? Would you like ignore like someone or actively like snap a Hitler neck if you knew that Hitler was going to kill 10,000 people?
I think we found our first poll.
Our first poll.
Not sure what to do.
All right. Hey,
Let's get back into the.
If Joe is not going to draw Luigi the way I asked him, I'm not doing that poll.
I drew Luigi the way you asked me to.
Then I'll do the poll.
That guy's hot. First of all,
You said
Right?
draw Luigi.
Have you seen him with his shirt off?
Hastily.
yeah. He's like,
God damn it.
Also, I mean, not for nothing, but like Dan, we know. I mean, you're the handsomest puppet on both sides.
Okay, this is fucking bullshit.
On.
All right.
whoa.
Now we know what the poll is. Now we know what the poll is.
Ryan,
Oh,
Ryan,
no.
you're not gonna like this. Don't do it. Don't do it, Ryan. I look
Don't
like
do it, Ryan.
Ryan, we talked about this. I look like a young Henry Rollins.
No, yes, and he's not handsome.
No,
he's a scary. That's one person you don't want fucking coming in. If you're working in a donut shop by yourself and it's late at night, one of those 24-hour, like you do not want Henry Rollins walking into your fucking donut shop. Like you would be fucking scared. That's not
very specific.
Yeah. If fucking this face walks into your donut shop, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I might get fucking railed tonight. All right.
Oh my gosh, this show's taking a weird turn.
All right, which puppet is sexier?
Man, that shoulder flap. Goodness.
All right,
A
fine.
lot of hate coming already, Dan.
Jeez.
Oh.
And the only kind of railing you're gonna get is derailed on this show.
Wow. Wow.
Josh, what can I draw that's actually Wheel of Time related?
Nynaeve being a Nynaeve being nice, like her.
That's not Wheel of Time related.
You could draw the ghostly procession.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, we also had 2 requests literally for you to draw the Stone of Tyr.
Oh, that's a fucking joke from our show.
Is it? Okay, thank you. I was like, why do we want him to draw a building?
This is why I was on their stream earlier, because they were talking about the German covers, and I happen to have a bunch of the German books right here.
Wait. Put him back in the cover. All right, Fragen Sie Deutsch?
Oh, that guy looks like he killed the healthcare CEO.
That is Luigi. Mario's famous brother Luigi.
Right, who I drew tastefully.
All right.
Wielding a silenced pistol.
Justice.
Justice is just us. All right, can everyone hit the like and subscribe? Or the like button at least. Like, let's get these up.
Yeah, Josh. Let me ask you one final question about this. Do you think that what's your prediction with Rand and Lamb? So Nynaeve in fact even says, heck, this Tarwin's Gap thing may even be the catalyst to the final battle.
Right.
Oh no.
What do you predict with Lan? What do you predict with Rand in regards to this Borderlands situation?
I mean, it sure seems like it's being hinted at a whole lot for it not to happen. So
will Rand come and save the day?
I don't think Lan needs Rand saving. I think Nynaeve is gonna save Lan. When she learns that Rand is going to throw him under the bus in order to gain an upper hand against the Dark One.
Okay. All right, I'm losing the poll right now, so I'm getting desperate.
Explain to the crowd.
I'm like really losing. Dan, I hate you. I've never hated you more. Oh, you got a fan? Okay.
I got a big fan. Yeah.
Okay, I'm showing abs now.
You know what? I have this, but apparently in the chat, they're all my biggest fans.
Look at these abs, Dan.
We already knew it. We didn't need a poll. We know who the most handsome puppet is on either side of the Mississippi.
God, Joe, oh.
Big fan.
Josh, what's the ghostly procession? Give me more.
At the beginning, it's the first chapter we read. It's where Nynaeve is on the top of the wall, looking out at the ghosts in the funeral procession.
Gotcha. Okay.
About 200 people made a light that are up in the distance.
We need
something you're about to talk about, Josh.
Pick a side, Overseer.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, pick a side. Don't be ashamed that you like the,
Ryan, I didn't vote. I abstained.
Oh, I should vote.
We all know.
Maybe I'll get a vote. Oh, yeah, I'm voting now.
Isn't your wife in the...
Can't
she vote for you? Hey! Just take your vote away from me. Vote for Ryan.
Oh, eat it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So I wondered about the pot of tea that turned rancid when Rand got angry.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things we had brought up earlier. Was like, was the food going rancid faster in the city happening because Rand was there? That was a question that they asked. And here we see it happen literally in the room, like instantly. When his mood turns sour, everything.
Yep. Yeah.
Nynaeve also sees this darkening of him. Up until now, it had only been Cadswain. Did you think that this was something?
No, she mentions having noticed it in the room before too.
Cadswain or Nynaeve?
No, Nynaeve.
Nynaeve had noticed it both times.
Did we know that before this chapter?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we just up until now, it's always been Cadswain pointing it out.
Just mentioned it, but Nynaeve points out that she had seen it before as well.
So I had thought, honestly, I thought it was one of her hair thingies that was kind of helping her.
Well, they both have hair thingies.
Is it a hair thingy?
A hair thingy? I suppose it could be.
Is Mrs. Potts?
Mrs. Potts.
You know, it's funny that kid Chip had like a break out of it, but all it was missing was like a tooth. Yeah. But in real life, he should have had like half of his head like
missing,
cracked, right? Just missing.
It's dark.
Not a tooth.
That is
his
dark.
whole face. All right, let's move on to the final chapter then. That is chapter 34. And this, so I do want to talk to you about this, Josh. It's called Legends. It's a matte chapter. It has the dice icons. You had texted us saying that you liked this chapter, or at least found it to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we thought was funny.
I thought was peculiar.
We were like, that's really funny.
I said in the chat, I think this is the only time in the entire series until now that I laughed out loud.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dan and I find that funny.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. No, I don't. This chapter specifically, I remember it pulled me way out of the story.
The story flow.
Yeah, because I'm all, wait a minute, Matt's writing scripts. He has a 5-page thing with drama on page 4 and all this stuff. It was funny. The writing was funny. I liked when he he's like, quote, you secretly harbor a love of painting. You wish you could escape this life of death you committed yourself to.
It's just so fucking funny.
It's funny, but to me, it really pulled me out of the story itself. But you didn't have that issue. I'm glad. But this is Matt. He does not want to go to Tolfair or Trustair. He doesn't want to go to Trustair because, Hinderstrap. He has PTSD. He's like, I'll just stay in the forest. You guys go, but listen, all right, Tom, you're the Gleeman. These guys are your apprentices. The guy's like, I can't be apprentice. I don't juggle. He's like, well, yeah, but Tom knows that because your great aunt she got crazy and this whole backstory. And he's like, but my great aunt, I don't want. It was wacky.
Yeah. So good.
But this is also that they can go to Trustair and find out about this woman who has these detailed picture pages that has Matt and Perrin on them. Matt goes and talks to Aludra. He's watching them doing crossbow practice. He's like, man, I wish that could be faster. That would be better. Goes and talks to Aludra, and she's making fireworks. She's hanging out with Leowyn and Bail Doman.
Hey, Dan, real quick. Mm-hmm. Joe, at the end of this chapter, Matt meets up with Varen. I don't know if you want to draw that. That's just of where this whole chapter ends. It's kind of the big. She's like, "Yeah, I can take your ass to Andor."
Oh, an actual thing to draw for.
And she had all these and she was the one with the drawings of Matt. So you could have her with the drawing of Matt.
I mean, technically, the ranted pot was from the Wheel of Time. What was?
I like that one. It was all
Ranted with a Baron. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so she was holding a drawings of him, so you can add that. She has a drawing of him as she's talking to him.
Okay.
That teapot looked like if House of Pain had Disney characters. That would be their Mrs. Potts, the Chronic Potts. Matt looks in. He sees all the ingredients that he needs to get for dragons, and it's a lot, guys.
That's a big list. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to get all the copper and tin in the world, all of it. Probably the 4 largest cities in the world could probably maybe do it, but I mean, if she can get all of it, that'd be better. A mountain of charcoal, sulfur, and bat guano. He's like, Jesus, this is going to take a miracle. And she says, do not complain of the heat when someone offers you the sun in the palm of her hands.
Bro, that's exactly what people said I needed to add to my homegrown marijuana plants.
Bat guano?
No, all three.
Bat guano, sulfur, and
yeah. Just they're like, oh, you know, you need to grow the dankest buds.
Carbon, oxygen,
and bat guano.
So dang.
It's integral.
So yeah, he's like, all right, well, I'll do what I can. She's like, we got to do testing, so we're gonna needs a couple weeks. So you have some time, but yeah, get it all for me. He's like, all right, do what I can, but we're marching, and this sucks because they're 20 days away from what?
That was a mistake.
Okay, they keep
but then Joe,
Mandor.
Go on, you're doing great.
Oliver jumps in. Oliver is like, hey, Tom Anna said to come get you. Some woman knows about those pictures, and she's in our camp. And
hey,
she has
Dan,
a distinctive face.
Dan, Josh, real quick.
Huh.
All right, so just how ugly is Oliver? like, right? Like, everyone comments on, even Matt, who fucking loves this guy, is just like, holy shit, this guy better fucking learn to defend himself. He's so ugly.
I mean, yes.
I'm thinking Gummo.
Yeah, like Gummo style.
Okay, all right. Anyone in chat? Yeah, fucking, if you know, you know.
Fucking wow. I was thinking like Alfalfa from our gang. Just big ears and golly kind of shit. And probably has a hair that sticks up on his head. I don't know.
Like, was he like Pee Wee Herman as a child? And then they just based all of Pee Wee Herman on Alfalfa as an adult. All right, let's move on. I'm done with that thought.
Yeah, the actor that played Spanky was the Secretary of War in 1949.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Okay.
Okay.
You just want to say Spanky.
All right. How about this? Ty Shard, tell me if this works, Stovey. This is maybe up your alley. Quote.
I'll go up your alley.
I was waiting for it.
Quote. Matt joined the two of them watching as she made straight.
She made straight?
She made straight.
Amazing.
I'm here for it. Support this.
Ty Shard. We find out next time Manderwin gets to be the warder. So he doesn't have to betray his fictitious great aunt. And that's kind of how it ends. Varen's there. She's like, hey, I've been looking for you for a while. I've been stuck here waiting. So what do you mean? She's like, I'll explain it later. You want to go to Andor? Get you there by tonight. He's all, fuck. Okay. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, imagine the possibilities. It's like when you learn about Elon Musk's underground tunnel. You're like, oh my god, it's gonna take me from there to there, like so fast.
So fast.
Never mind.
But
it never made. Yeah.
I'll Elon your tunnel.
Oh,
did I do it right, mistress?
You like that? Yeah, that's a Doveyism. That's a Doveyism.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, oh, Elon your tunnel. That's amazing. Amazing, dude.
She says, what I want, Matrim Cawthon, is to be cut free from all your Tabaran web. Do you know how long you forced me to wait in these mountains? What is she talking about? What do you think, Josh?
I think his Tabaran pull has kept her there, is what she's saying. Right?
She is feeling it then more strongly than Perrin?
Mm-hmm.
And Rand and such? Okay.
I think so.
Okay. It's interesting. Right on. You go.
Like, so is she, like, is, it's like some people are really have like a great gaydar. Is it like her? Like, is her like Taverndar like just fucking
going off, firing on
right? Like, because she's like, I'm in the mountains for fucking months waiting for you. She's like drawing pictures, going around like Moraine trying to find the fucking Rand when he was a baby. Like, she's just fucking traveling the world. And then she looks at him and he's like, yeah, it's because you're Tavern. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Loco, eh?
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be as sexy as possible. It's really hard to like concentrate on speech and like diction when you're trying to just be so sexy.
Right. The word of 2024 is demure.
Is it?
All right.
The guy who's naked.
I love that.
Hold on. I'm going to try and get more votes.
Ryan, maybe you can pull your guitar down and get him sing us a song. So
I do a mean baby shark.
So this is how this ends. What about this chapter or any of the chapters did you want to talk about, Josh?
I mean, these were not the most exciting, but they moved quickly, and it left me wanting more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Aludra making these, like, gunpowder weapons is beautiful. It'll be interesting to see how... It's funny that she has this hatred of the Shanshan, yet she's working with 2 ex-Shanshan to, like, make this stuff that is secret.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Matt does, like, question whether Leowyn would sell out the secrets to the Shanshan if given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like that might be, is that a plant to make us think about something that won't happen or that will?
Well, and it's an interesting dichotomy, right? That having Matt be married to the Empress of the Enemy.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to let go of those prints too much. But yeah. Do you think that that Rand deciding to go to Falma is a good decision? Do you think that that's dangerous for him?
No, I think he's reading the Shanshan right, that they won't betray. I mean, he has already been betrayed by them, but only because the betrayer was a Forsaken. So I feel like he's still trusting his judgment on that, for better or worse.
Okay. And do we have a consensus on whether there are more male Aldams out there? Do you think yes or no?
I think yes.
Okay.
I mean, we know of at least 3. We've seen 2 others in people's possessions, I believe, in the text so far.
Okay.
I might be making that up, but I feel like we saw someone else having some of them.
Yeah, we had where it was supposed to be thrown into the deepest part of the ocean.
Right.
And that did not happen. The Shanshan took it.
The Shanshan took that one. So is that the one? So we know that God, what is her name? Semerhaj was masquerading as a Shanshan. So that's probably where she got her hands on the one that she had.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we don't have a validation if I'm wrong about there being others. I could have sworn that we saw 2 in the possession of someone else. I'd love to do research on that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't. I'll look it up. I'll see if I can find that answer for you, actually, in a safe way. Next week, we will be having a show next week, and then we will be taking 2 weeks off for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So next week, we will be doing 4 chapters, 35 through 38. It is 61 pages. Should be pretty easy.
Brother Dan, the poll is tightening up.
Is it? What did you call Cassie?
No, I'm not saying. I
Ty
just
Shar.
got like I'm pulling strings.
Ty-Shar.
Okay, well done.
Oh my god.
It's not a sprint. It's apparently.
The pole is tightening. I think you've missed W. Okay, I get it now.
Is it tightening up because you let it go for too long? I mean,
I
how
think
long?
they're voting
Yeah.
on next year's election.
Which is not good for your prostate. All right, that's a great Alfred E. Newman.
Oliver E.
It's
Newman
over.
Oliver E. Newman.
Human.
said, "Hi, it's me, Oliver."
Jesus Christ. Dan, put that up on that fucking funny Wheel of Time Reddit thing here.
Send it to me.
Oh man, people would lose their minds.
Dude, this is so amazing. That's so amazing, Joe. Yeah, comic gold.
All right. Well, this has been.
God damn it. I want to talk more about the Wheel of Time. These chapters are like. Okay. Fuck you, Dan.
Talk to Oliver.
No, but yeah, like. It's like. Well, I mean, like Josh has been commenting, and it's a worthy conversation. Like the writing style is very different, but Josh, you seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
You like it better?
I do like it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Can
part
you
of it is just
explain that? Go into that. Talk about that exact phenomenon.
I mean, part of it is it's just moving faster. I feel like, I said this before. I feel like Robert Jordan was writing the story and letting the plot unfold at a pace that felt like he could write 25 books if he could.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon Sanderson knows he can't do that. And so not only are the characters more fleshed out in a way, or like we see more of their interior just because of the different approach, but also the plot pace and the writing style have both picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
stuff has happened.
Uh-huh.
I'd say like the amount of stuff that would happen in the last 3 chapters of your typical Robert Jordan book has happened about 20-fold in the first this much of this book.
Right.
Now,
we did have a
happen basically.
Yeah, we had a Forsaken die in this one early on, and generally that was the book. There was the chosen Forsaken that the Rand was going to battle against, and kind of had that as the final battle. Right. But then you keep bringing back Forsaken, and you're going to have more and more books, right? You kill one, and it's like a Hydra.
That's true.
So, Josh, this might be an unanswerable question. Obviously, it's hypothetical, but like, what if, say, Robert Jordan's like, okay, I'm sick, but I know I can get to the end of the book by writing 3 more books. Would you? I'm sorry. Would you rather it be Robert Jordan finishing it up, or would you rather be Brandon Sanderson? Like literally, like Jordan's like, oh, same strictures that Sanderson had. Like I could do it in 3.
He couldn't do it in 3.
Oh,
I can't answer that question because it's so not something that could happen.
Okay, I mean, he did write like Conan novels, like one-offs and shit like that. I mean, like he could write with, I guess, some sort of brevity.
He could, yeah.
I mean, his oeuvre includes brevity, but like, no, yeah. I mean, like stylistically, no, that okay. I don't mean to like kick.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's so. I feel like, other than those sentence structures and the pacing, there's not a whole lot that's different. Now, will I be okay? So let me step back one level, because the more important part of that question is at the end of these 3 books, how many? And I've already talked about this in great detail. How many threads will be left just dangling off the pattern? And that's the part that Robert Jordan writing it would be able to tidy up in a way that Brandon Sanderson never can. Now, would those threads have been tidied up by Robert Jordan in 3 books if they were not tidied up by Brandon Sanderson in 3 books with the pacing the way that Robert Jordan writes? Probably not. So maybe 5 books maybe would give us some closure to all the stories we want. But also, like, where is the denouement of this series? Like, is it the last battle? Do we care about what happens to them afterwards? Are we going to see their happy endings? Like, there's so many questions about the magic system and cosmology and the other side of the world. The Sanshins, like, fucking, what's the name of the hidden culture on the other side?
Shara. Yeah.
There's just so much that we're never going to get.
Okay, so you're like trepidatious. Like, would you rather a 5-book ending by Robert Jordan over the 3-book Sanderson?
I think I have to wait. I'm gonna have to withhold answer on
who
that.
wouldn't want a Robert Jordan ending, right?
Yeah, more books.
No, I mean, like Josh.
Not even more books.
It's all
like,
good. I just like
I'm
just like how balls deep is Josh? He's really enjoying this. like new take.
I have a question. Now that you're like far enough into the Brandon Sanderson stuff, do you feel like you can easily or how easily can you pick apart like what is Robert Jordan and what is Sanderson?
Well, like last show, the Ghost City, the Ghost Town. That felt very much like a Brandon Sanderson short story that was just like shoved in like a novella. Yeah.
Okay,
like that felt like a novella, a Brandon Sanderson novella that had been shoved into the middle of this book.
Okay.
Yes, it had the characters, but it was like not really a part of the plot arc.
Yeah, like, and nothing. Yeah, like. And it's kind of like
if one of them had died there and they had been able to train that whole city to become, like there are ways that it could have been used to the advantage of the story, but it wasn't. It felt very like displaced.
Okay.
So that felt very Brandon Sanderson, and certainly like the way there are bits of the personalities that feel like they're coming from Brandon Sanderson, like. Parts of how Rand and Matt and Perrin are being expressed that feel different than the way Robert Jordan wrote them. Okay. I don't know if I can put my finger on it exactly, but there are definite differences.
Yeah.
So your feeling changes, but it's not something that you can necessarily put your finger on yet. And like maybe it's something as you move further into the Sanderson books, you'll be able to be like, this is what I'm talking about, kind of thing. Like, all right, gotcha. All right. Okay.
Anything else, guys, before we put a bow on it and put it under the tree and wait 20 days?
Let's bow it up.
15 days, I guess. All right. I love you and I'm proud of you. That has been The Way the Leaf. Ryan, go ahead and...
Wait, we are doing a show next week?
Yeah, we're doing a show next week.
The 18th. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What is it? The 17th.
17th.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're taking the next 2 weeks out.
Sounds good.
Ryan, do your sexy ending.
Oh yeah. What was your old Leaf cast? Anyways, yours was like get to reading you filthy.
Because he was voted not the sexiest puppet on this side of the.
Oh yeah, let's finish the poll real quick. Oh yeah, no, okay. The polls ended. The people have spoken. 62% to Dan, 38% to me.
Yes.
The people have spoken.
I'm doing the what's that dance where they dance?
Can't beat those flaps.
It is the flaps.
Or something.
You guys are all perverts.
Is that what I'm doing?
You guys are all flap perverts. He shows gratuitous flap, and then you just like reward that.
Imagine what you can do with those
God, like you have to pay for my OnlyFans to see that shit. Dan's just like offering that up for free.
My shoulder foreskins? Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Think about the children. Think about the children. All right, speaking of children, good night. Run for your lives. This is The Way the Leaf.